Want to see how Anatoly is doing? Yeah. Later. You have the bedroom all to yourself. Or do you want to check first? Oh, I didn't know it continues. Under the beds, under the floorboard, in the nightstand, inside the birdcage. Well, there's nothing in there. In the nightstand, it's over. Okay, I'm thinking under the bed or in the floorboards. You look under both the beds. Just some dust and hair. Gross. Alright, stuff can change underneath the floorboards. You notice a bone sticking out. Is it a human bone? Nope. Chicken bone. Where did we get chicken? Gross. Inside the nightstand. What are you doing here? Onion? Don't be a crybaby, it's just me. Onion. I was just playing some of the toys in this drawer. Oh. It's that drawer. You might want to wash all of you. You're far too old to be playing with any of them. Oh, I don't think about that. I don't think so. You're never too old for toys. Anyways, need to attend a secret chompette meeting. Bye bye. Smell you later. Onion bounces out of the bedroom. Oh, okay, it actually was toys. Not what. It has various children's. Wait, what are children's toys doing here? What's this? June 26, 1862. Another body of a child has been discovered within the city of Zakopane, with the remains stuffed into a barrel full of potatoes. The cause of death was identical to earlier victims, resulting in blood loss due to multiple stab wounds to the stomach. This marks the fourth victim by the butcher of Zakopane. Zakopane? I don't know. In less than a month. You take the bloody newspaper with you. Taking notes, 1 out of 5. Good thing we saved. You knock on the door first. Anatoly? You slowly open. Sayori? I swear. Okay. I was about to say, not again. Not again. Silly Anatoly. Thanks for checking on me. Yeah, it's because you still feel sick. Not anymore. I think it was a mental thing. Please don't tell me where that meat came from. Please don't tell me either. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you. You sure Anatoly remember that? You will have Anatoly go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. What is that? What is that? Eating will just make them. Sorry, God dang it. Hungrier. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? He calmly explained that you want to ration the meat better this time, and there will be no dinner. Fine. I understand. I guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. Yeah, that's that. Yeah. No arguments? Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly tonight. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with a blacksmith, but he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eye's been giving you issues lately, so you reply. Forge me a new eye, then. You laugh. But then the rope comes out. He ties you to your chair with a long rope to prevent you from struggling. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker rope. No turning back now. He takes a hot poker out of the coals. Holding it in front of his face, you can see his beard and eyes watching you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch. The force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. You vomit all over your chest, as the smell of your decimated eye floods your nostrils. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body. You wake in a cold sweat. What am I? Gregor, dang it, Gregor's looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. Will Mariah make it back? I believe in her. This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m. I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. And it totally... Shut up. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes, when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something. No, that wasn't her. We're just hearing things. Right? What is going on? I sometimes hear her crying through the radio. What the heck, Karen? But that's just a broadcast, right? Anatoly? I think we should have another... That's what she wanted. What are you? What's gotten into you, Anatoly? Anatoly's eyes look at you begging. Make us another slab. Please. He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Please help me. And Gregor looks pained at Anatoly's words. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You know, I think I'd rather not see Maya like that. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into the squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron of water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. What's taking so long? Boil it faster! It almost looks done. Patience. It's finally finished. We serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole, like a duck does when eating bread. And until he creates ripples in the broth using the spoon, he isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Alright. And Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Karen. You didn't even notice her even start to eat. There's just an empty bowl now. Karen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? If you keep eating, there won't be much. But that's good, isn't it? I don't know. You explained how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. How could you be so careless again? She has a deep voice now. You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? Storm isn't ending. I'm sorry for yelling. I do have my mic set up high, so yeah. Whoops. You clear your throat. Anatoly? Oh. Yes? I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. Or forage her plants outside. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you. Please, Anatoly. You can swim back after a few hours. Gregor is right, Anatoly. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. I think Mariah's fine by herself. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please, help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay? No problem, little guy. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed. Ravenous. Mariah, I'm sorry. Something is approaching. Onion! Thanks, game. I feel better. Don't be a crybaby, it's just me. Onion. Not gonna be very sweet today. I'm worried about Anatoly. He's gonna cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from... Why do you want him to stay? Onion. You don't answer, Onion. Please? Don't you trust me? I don't trust any of you now. You shake your head. Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It will help prevent colds and ward off viruses. That was a lie. The fun factoid of that myth? People actually believed it until the 1500s. Bye-bye, how embarrassing. Who would believe that? Well, they didn't know any better. There was even a doctor in 1919 who caused a surge of people believing it. Anyways, you know what smells like raw onion left in a room? Raw onion? You! It's been a while since your last bath, right? I guess. You can't remember. Could smell you before I even came into the room. Onion. Yikes. So, can you stop Anatoly from leaving? No. I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. Ha 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 ha. It would be impossible to stop a grown man from leaving. Please? We don't need another one stalking the hallways. What do you mean? Tapping on the windows, crying through the radio. I'm gonna kill you, Onion. You have the sudden urge to scream. I have a sudden urge to squish that onion. Why do you think I've been using the mouse holes to get around? Onion. Scared to death that I'll run into her. I'm going to stomp on you. Don't make me to tattle the cabbage about you. She can be as mean as potato if you get on her bad side. Onion. Just kidding, she's great. Anyways, when the time comes, just tell Antonio you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's for me, okay? You can trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates. They're made of butter slices, so I get to skate around the frying pan tomorrow. Onion. I'm gonna kill them. Your mind finally manages to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. Day 10. You have a strange dream. A fox is collecting payment in your living room. You despise him, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of a sack, and then add 6 chickens on top. The fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point in his journey, the fox will eventually open the sack, and the dogs tear the fox in half. Filled with such loathing for the fox, you gave him the only things you had for food, all those chickens. As the snow piles up outside, you began to eat whatever you can find. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. Just an insatiable hunger. A few days later, you go mad and leave the cabin, completely ravenous. A nearby tree looks like charred meat. Your iron teeth cut through the tree bark, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood. Days later, a deer gallops by. The first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. It was always going to be here, isn't it? Wasn't it? Well, I think it's enough for today. This game, there's something.